over eyeshadows, I'm over lipsticks, I'm over blushes, I'm over foundations. Hey there my handsome and pretty little Cobras, and welcome back to the Cobras Nest. For those of you who are new, my name is Mignon Cobra and I make minimalism videos. Today's minimalism video is going to be makeup rehab 6 months update. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. Let's get it, let's go. Woo! A little bit of background info before we get started. If you wish to help out my channel, consider checking out my Patreon. Then if not, then just help me out with the algorithm by giving this video a thumbs up, a like, and a subscribe. Okay, let's just get into the list. Number 1. Not interested in foundation. I was really interested in foundation for a period of time because in my mind I felt like maybe I didn't need too much makeup, but I should definitely make my base look very flawless. So I kind of got into the habit of collecting foundation and BB cream, and I felt like, you know, just BB cream, maybe some mascara, like that's very pretty and minimal. But I think that in this journey right now, I'm just kind of not about it, and I just don't think that after my no buy is done, I don't think I'm ever gonna buy foundation ever again. I don't want to say never, but I kind of feel like I'm a bit over it. And I feel like as I get a little bit older, I feel like I actually want less. I think like just like here in my under eye part is like enough, and other than that, or I think it's a little bit cakey and something that kind of took me by surprise. Not too interested in foundation or BB cream anymore. Number 2, project panning. Got tired of it. Yeah, I've been project panning for about 4 years now. I had slowly been calling myself off of makeup since the beginning of my minimalism journey, which was back in 2015. So it's been like about, I want to say, over 6 years. And in that journey of like project panning and trying to use up my stuff, it was very eye-opening about like, you know, my preferences for things, how long it takes up to use things. I guess right now though, what I'm trying to say is I'm tired of panning. I think I finally come to a place where I have peace with the products that I have. So I'm going to show you guys my eyeshadows to show you what I'm talking about. So some of these I have hit pan on quite a bit. Some of these are even repressed, like these two here. And before, I had the mindset that I wanted to completely use up everything that I had to get my money's worth and be a good project panner and put like that kind of pressure on myself. I'm a bit tired and I don't want to do it anymore, and so I'm not going to do it anymore. I forgive myself for the products that I didn't finish and for the money that I spent, and moving forward in the future, I won't make those mistakes anymore because I think I learned like a solid lesson that trying to use up my products and panning it is very tiring. So I think long and hard before I buy anything in the future. Number 3, exhausted by how long it takes. In line with getting tired of project panning, I'm a bit tired by how long it actually truly takes up to use makeup. So I'm going to show you guys, like I have a pan here that is like repressed so many times, and it's a highlighter, and that's how much I've like managed to finish. And I've repressed it I think like 3 times, and it's like still going. And I just feel like maybe sometimes you think like, oh, it's like $16, you know, like whatever, I'm going to use it, like I'm going to finish it in a couple months, especially because I only have the one and I've been going at it for like 2 years. I think, and I use it like daily, you start to realize how long some of these products are, especially like these like larger products compared to say like the minis. Oh man, I guess now that I've seen it for myself, that they take like 1-2 years and like they start to expire, it just makes me so like not inclined to want to buy more makeup, because it's like buy it and it's just gonna like, I'm gonna show you guys a lipstick that I have that it's like I work so hard on like using up. I'd use it on my lips, I reapply multiple times a day, I put it on my cheeks, put it on my eyelid. It's like it's still going, and it's like almost 3 years old, and it just breaks my heart to see products like not finished, especially when I'm like really diligent. I don't own a lot of makeup, and the fact that I'm going ham on it and I still can't finish it, I'm so over how long it takes to use up makeup. I want that feeling of satisfaction that I used it up, and not that like, wow, still didn't finish it. All right, number 4. I'm really happy with the money I've saved. So I started to consider this idea that makeup is kind of expensive in the beginning of my minimalism journey. So I made it a point to never really spend a lot on it. But I guess if you consider that maybe if you don't buy a lot, but maybe you buy like the more bougier stuff, like this was $80. I bought this, I think this was like, what, $50. Luckily I never bought a lot, but it could easily rack up. I remember I watched this one YouTube video, and I do watch a lot of MT's videos, and I have talked about this in some of my other videos too, that like this one girl made a video about how she spent $30K over just 1 year on makeup alone, and she was crying, saying she could have spent the money on her family, saved it, gone back to school, done something else with it. And like that video just broke my heart, because I was like, I think that's a very sad and hard lesson to learn, and I thought that I could learn from that too. So I did, to the best of my ability, I tried to save my money and not spend it on makeup. So if I hadn't come across those videos early on, I think I definitely would have spent way more money on makeup, and I want to say that I'm grateful that I didn't. But in comparison to when I did buy makeup to now not buying any makeup at all, I am saving money. I'm definitely saving maybe, I don't know, maybe $300, $400 a year, and I think like that's money that I had to go out and work for. So I'm really grateful that that's not money that I'm spending on anymore. Number 5, not bothering with complex looks. One of the interesting things about like not having new makeup come into your rotation is that you become very intimate with the makeup that you do have. You start to see like certain looks pair well with like other looks, like start to see like the subtle difference between these two shades. Like this pairs well with like darker, smokier looks. This pairs well more with like pastels and pinky shades. You become really fast. Okay, I'm grabbing this shade, so I need this lipstick, and like boom, like it just pairs together. But when you have like a lot of stuff, you have to kind of experiment with it, and you're doing all these complex looks, and I don't know, I'm just not really about that. I think compared to when I did do more complex looks for my Instagram versus like now I'm more like a more me look, a more like suitable look for myself, I'm definitely enjoying this more. I'm definitely enjoying more having like a look that suits me and feels more like me. Number 6, new interests and hobbies. When I was really deep into makeup, it consumed me. I'm kind of one of those people who's like 0 to 100. Makeup was like the most important thing in my life. I guess not the most important thing in my life, but it was like my most fun hobby, like the thing I look forward to the most. Like I would spend a lot of time doing like makeup research and swatches and project panning and anything on makeup, and there's nothing wrong with that. Honestly, that was just like my hobby at the time. But when I decided to do my like no buy as opposed to my replace only, in my no buy I couldn't buy anymore, so there's really no point in watching reviews or tutorials. I came up with some new hobbies, and I guess I started watching more videos on like the dark side of makeup consumption and like not loving yourself and like makeup being a mask and stuff like that. And when I got tired of that, I kind of slowly weaned myself off of makeup, and now I wouldn't say makeup is a hobby of mine at all. It's just like something that I put on in the morning, and I started to like look into other hobbies. I started taking up my YouTube channel a lot more seriously after I kind of gave up the hobby of constantly doing makeup. So I started doing more research on how to up my channel, how to up my production value, and it's just been like a bit more enriching. It's not like here saying that like, oh, I have a bunch of new hobbies, like, and I'm a completely different person. I'm not saying that, but with less emphasis on makeup, it kind of created more space in my life for something else, for 1 or 2 new hobbies. Number 7, more confident. I've definitely become a more confident individual just because I feel a little bit more comfortable in my skin and in my makeup. I feel like I just kind of make more like subtle looks, that more natural, neutral looks that enhance my own beauty, and I feel more comfortable looking at my face and it being kind of the same every day. Like, oh, okay, I do my makeup this kind of way. It makes me feel confident because I don't feel like I'm putting on a bunch of different masks. It's more kind of like, no, this is the look that I like, and I just do that look over and over again. And I feel like I don't need makeup to be a crutch. I feel like more confident in myself. I've also found that I wear makeup less. I mean, I'm wearing makeup for this video, but just generally speaking, on my day-to-day, I don't wear as much makeup as I usually do. And to my pleasant surprise, I've actually become a little bit more confident because of it. It's no longer a crutch for me. It's just more kind of like a source of enjoyment, like a small little some in the morning. Number 8. Clear skin. My skin has definitely gotten a lot better since I've stopped using so much makeup. I think primarily this might be tied to the foundation though, since I do use it less, but I'm pretty happy with the way that my skin has gotten, and I'm actually enjoying just having like a more like clear look in general. So I mostly just use like my skincare and then like sunscreen, and then like I just like do my eyebrows and mascara, and I find like that more fresh look. It's very aesthetic. It's very refreshing. It's different and it's more effortless, and it's just something that I'm like really enjoying in these past 6 months. And the last point is, how do I feel about like makeup in the future? It's been 6 months and I'm not sure, but I feel like it has definitely helped wean me off makeup, and I find myself not thinking or even feeling relief that like I don't have to buy makeup in the future anymore. So that is actually a pleasant discovery. I thought that once this year was up in October, I'd go back and buy more makeup, but I've actually found that I don't want to, and I'm really excited to never have to buy makeup again, as weird as that is. I'm not saying that I won't. Maybe in October I might do a repurchase of something, maybe mascara probably, but beyond that, I'm over eyeshadows, I'm over lipsticks, I'm over blushes, I'm over foundations, over brow gels, over buying more makeup brushes. So, yay! Okay, so we have reached the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!